Hello everyone, in this video we will learn about midpoint algorithm for circle drawing. Now before I'm gonna discuss about the midpoint algorithm, let's try to see a cool property of circle. So circle has a property of eightfold symmetry. It means that I can divide the entire circle into 8 equal segments of 45 degree each. So this one is 45 degree. Now if I can draw one of the segment and I can get one of the point, let's say this is xy, I can reflect that point to any other 7 segments by either interchanging x and y coordinate or adding minus sign at any position, like minus in x or minus in y, and then interchanging. So actually doing the permutation and combination, I can get all the 8 coordinates. So now let's try to see about the midpoint algorithm. So this is a function which actually represents the equation of circle where r is the radius of the circle. Now let's try to see the basic idea of midpoint algorithm. So in midpoint algorithm we will start drawing the circle from 0, r from this point, and our intention is to draw only this portion. If we can draw this portion, then using the symmetric property I can draw all the other points. So let's say that this was the previous point and I should select the next point of a circle. So actually I am going in this direction. So how do I select this next point? So here comes the midpoint algorithm. I can either select this immediate next point, that is xk plus 1, and one thing you should know that we are going to increment x by 1, that is xk plus 1 will be xk plus 1. So I can select this point, that is xk plus 1 yk, or I can select xk plus 1 comma yk minus 1. But the question is which point to be selected. Actually the point which is closer to the circle, that should be selected, because we always prefer to select the point which is closer to the circle. Now how I can find out which point is actually closer to the circle? For that I'm going to calculate the midpoint of this 2 point. So basically midpoint of this 2 point will be this point. This point is actually xk plus 1, and simply I am going half step downwards, so that will be simply yk minus 1 by 2. So if I put this value in this equation, in this function, I can see whether the midpoint is actually inside or outside the circle. Now before that, let's try to see how we can verify whether a given point is inside or outside of a circle. So let's say that this is the equation of the circle. Now this is some function. I just put this r square in this left hand side. Now how to test whether x1 y1 is inside or outside the circle? So if I put this point in this polynomial, and after evaluating that polynomial, if the value is less than 0, it means that the point is inside the circle. If it's greater than 0, it means that the point is outside the circle, and if it's 0, then it means that the point is within the boundary of the circle. Alright, so using this property I can put this point into this polynomial, and I can get the value. So let's call it as pk. So pk will be simply, if I put this midpoint in this equation, so that will be simply x. Actually I can write x suffix k plus 1 as xk plus 1, because we are going to increment x in unit interval, but I cannot write a yk plus 1, y suffix k plus 1 as yk plus 1, because I should select the y value based on this decision parameter. Now what is the midpoint? This one, yk minus half, alright, minus r square. Now this is the value of pk. Let's name it as equation 1, and I'm gonna find another equation. So that equation will be pk plus 1. So if given the previous decision parameter, we want to calculate what could be the next decision parameter. So in place of k, I can just simply put k plus 1 in the previous equation in order to get pk plus 1. So if I put that, I will get xk plus 1 square plus yk minus half. Actually this one will be yk plus 1, and here will be a square. Okay, now yk plus 1 minus half square minus r square. Now I can expand this term further, like xk plus 1 square minus 4 xk plus 1, isn't it? And this one I should keep that as it is, xk plus 1 minus 1 by 2 square minus r square. Now let's name it as equation 2. Now if I subtract equation 1 from equation 2, I will get p k plus 1 is equals to, this term will be cancelled out, this xk plus 1 square and this xk plus 1 whole square will be cancelled out, and there will be my okay, first write this term, yk plus 1 minus half square minus yk minus half square minus this r square will be cancelled out, and I will there will be only minus this term xk plus 1. Now you can further simplify that, but I don't want to make the calculation a bit complicated, and I am a bit lazy, so I'm gonna keep it as it is. Now we are done. Actually there will be a pk, because we are subtracting pk minus 1 from pk minus 1 we are subtracting pk. Now in terms of previous decision parameter, I got this value. Now in order to do any calculation, first I need to compute the initial decision parameter, but the question is how I can compute that. Well, as I have told you that I'm gonna start drawing this circle from this point 0 comma r. So if I put this point 0 comma r in this equation 1, that is in the expression of p, I will definitely get the initial decision parameter. So that will be simply p0 will be 0 plus 1 square plus y value is basically r minus 1 by 2 square minus r square. So if I simplify that, I'm gonna get 1 plus r square minus r plus 1 by 4 minus r square. So this will be cancelled out. There will be simplified by 4 minus r. I can approximate 5 by 4 to 1 in order to make the calculation simpler. So this is the initial decision parameter. Now based on this initial decision parameter, I can compute compute what could be the I have the initial point, so I can find what could be the next point that has to be plotted using this initial decision parameter, and from that next point I can compute the next decision parameter, and from that, in this way, I can again find for the next point and for the next decision parameter. In this way I can run a loop and I can plot each and every other point of the circle. Now let's try to find out some conditions. What could be the decision? So if let's say that this is the immediate next point, and so these 2 points are the possibilities. Now decision parameter is nothing but this point is placed on this pk. So if the value of the decision parameter is less than 0, it means that the midpoint is inside the circle. If the midpoint is inside the circle, it means that the upper point, that is yk plus 1 comma yk, is closer to the circle. So we should pick that point. That point should be preferred. So let's write, if pk less than 0, it means that midpoint is inside the circle. So then next plot will be at, as I have told you, that x should be incremented at unit interval, and yk should be the upper point. So the next yk value will be simply yk. We should not change the y coordinate, otherwise else or the next point should be xk plus 1 and yk minus 1. That is the bottom point. Why? Because let's say that these are the 2 points and midpoint is somewhat at here, and the circle is going like this. If I put if the decision parameter is nothing but where the midpoint is, so if the midpoint is above or outside the circle, it means that the circle is closer to the bottom point. So we should prefer the bottom point, and the bottom point is this one. So alright, we are done now. Now let's try to see how I can use these things to make a nice little algorithm. So for that, first I'm gonna define a function called draw. So in this case I will be just drawing only this segment. So because the circle has the property of 8-fold symmetry, so if I can draw any of the point, I can pass that into this draw function, and this draw function will put pixel on every combination. So in this way you can see there are 8 combinations. So in this way I can for each of this segment I can total put 8 points, and by finding only this portion I can draw the entire circle. So this is the beauty of the circle's property. Now let's try to see how I can do the I can write this algorithm. First I'm gonna define a method called draw, and I'm assuming that the center of the circle will be at origin. So let's pass the radius of this circle. So first I need to compute okay, first make x 0, okay, x as 0 and y will be at r, because we start drawing our circle from 0 comma r at this point. Now the initial decision parameter, let's say that this is p will be simply 1 minus r. Alright, now in this loop I will keep placing all the points. Now what should be the stopping condition here? The stopping condition, if you can notice that till this point x is less than y, and in this point this is nothing but y equals to x straight line. So in this point x will be y. So as soon as we hit this point we should immediately stop there, because after this point y will be greater than x. So this will be simply the stopping condition, x should be greater than less than equals to y. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write, okay, first I'm gonna store the previous points in xp is equals to x and yp is equals to y. I'm storing the previous points. Now then I will call this draw function to place this xy. So for each and every point this 8 pixels will be plotted. Now I need to calculate the next value of y x based on the decision parameter. Actually x will be incremented in unit intervals, so I can write x plus plus, but if p is less than 0 then y will be simply the previous one, otherwise y will be this one, previous y minus 1. So previous y is actually y, so it will be y minus 1. Now from this I should compute the next decision parameter. So in order to calculate next decision parameter, you can see that in the next decision parameter there is the newly drawn coordinate and the previously drawn. That's why I have stored this previous coordinate in xp and yp. So let's place them side by side. Okay, now so the next decision parameter will be the previous one plus yk plus 1 minus 1 by 2. Yk plus 1 is y here, and this will be minus half square. Now and minus yk, that is the previous coordinate, which is nothing but yp minus 1 by 2 square. So this one, and then 4 xk plus 1. So 4 x previous plus 1. So x previous was this one, xp plus 1. So we are done. So this actually this is the algorithm. Thank you very much for watching this video.